This is Divine Mystical Guidance. This morning I was giving up. I was quitting. And you know what? I'm not giving up, but I am changing things. Things are changing. And I'll tell you what. My cat has not left my feet. I can't even move my chair right now. He has stayed at my feet for over 24 hours. He goes and eats. He went outside once. He stays real close to home, and he comes back and lays right on my feet or right by my feet. He's not usually doing that, but he has been doing that for a while. I don't know. So my name is Sham. You can call me Carlo or Gaia, you know. Some people do call me Gaia. That's fine. I do channel Gaia, so you can call me that. No problem. Been doing that for a while now, pretty used to it. But my preferred name is either Carla or Sham, so it's up to you. Call me what you want. My messages really don't have a time limit on them, no time frame. Take what resonates. Don't worry about what doesn't. These are general reports for the energies on Gaia. I am a teacher and a guide, and I do guide others on who Gaia is and how to understand Gaia, and Ascension on Gaia, Awakening on Gaia. Please check out the Earth and the Water signs, because if you are getting grounded to Gaia, you may be very interested in the Earth readings and the Water readings, but I suggest pay attention to all the elements actually. But most importantly, pay attention to the Earth energies, because Gaia is sending us a lot of integrative type of healing right from herself, from Gaia's core reserves of energies from all of her past cycles of ascension where she has received divine healing. She now has those earthly coded energies that they were activated. Her core was activated, and once her core became activated, now she's able to help assist her own self, the planet, okay, assisting her own self in her healing, and everyone else who is also in turn aligned and assisting her in integrating their higher self with the higher self of Gaia. And so if you're seeing the numbers and the codes, you're one that's being called to focus on Gaia for integration and awakening and healing for your journey. That is Archangel Michael's call when you start seeing the numbers, and that is a Christ conscious awakening happening. So you can look at that in whatever ways are spiritually most aligned for you. But I've been on this journey since 2012, and I had my awakening experience and began learning to channel Gaia frequencies way back in 2008. So I'm telling you, if you're seeing the synchronicities in the numbers, you probably have a contract to the planet. You have agreed on some higher self level to assist Gaia and the rest of the planet and its consciousness through higher realm ascension. She's in her full 5D. She's even been unlocking codes within the 60, 7D, and very much tapped into the 8th dimension, which is open. Akash is fully open. I personally, as a Gaia channel, I personally, with my twin flame keys, unlocked her sacred eye Kashika. And her sacred eye Kashika is everything that has to do with sacred union, Sacred Soul Ascension, Sacred Walk with Christ, Sacred Honeymoon, the Holy Grail, the Biblical Akash. You may have had a past lifetime in which you're connected to biblical times and biblical narratives and stories, okay, for whatever reason. So it's just individual to you, but this is what's happening here in this environment with divine mystical guidance and inspiration and the work that I offer. If you don't resonate with this type of work, that's totally fine. But if you're seeing the codes and you find yourself here on this post, most likely this is for you. Check out the details below the videos. You'll find out how to contribute to the channel, how to work with me, and I leave lots of details, other energy reports, codes, decoded messages, songs, articles, energy reports, other guidance, just lots of other things. I use the detail section in the videos a lot. You may like that. I like it. You may like it. So I'm always putting out these energies and these messages. It's not really like something I can turn off. So if you resonate here, your focus, your attention, your support, your contributions, your prayers, your energies, all of that is welcome and appreciated. Deeply appreciated. I may have some things to say that you do not resonate with. I just ask that you be patient with me and do not judge, criticize, or make assumptions. Please ask questions and communicate with me properly and correctly. I always tell people when you come to me, please come correct. I had to come correct to do the job that I do as a Gaia channel. Believe me, I did. I had to come clean. I had to come correct. So I'll accept nothing less from people. I'll mute it. I'll walk away. I won't mess with it. I will not do it. So I'm here to look at the fire sign energies. So if you're here resonating and listening to these messages, thank you for being here. Much love to you. If you're a fire sign, that means you're a Leo. Big energy right now. Big time. Or a Sagittarius. Or an Aries. Okay. I love Leo. I love Sagittarius. Aries. Okay. Cool. Aries are pretty cool. I don't have any Aries in my life that I'm like, yay, my Aries friend, yay. But I do generally get along pretty good with all the fire signs. So if you're an Aries sign, or a fire, or a Leo, or a Sagittarius, or you have a lot of fire in your elements of your astrological chart, or you just feel twin flames often are very in tune with other elements besides just the ones of their zodiac sign and their birth chart, because twin flames tend to exceed their own destiny. That's why they're twin flames. So that if they, like me for example, I'm Cancer, borderline Gemini. Half the time I feel like a Sagittarius. Sometimes I feel like a Leo. I get very in tune with Aquarius energies, and Scorpio. Sometimes I feel like a Scorpio. So I mean, you know, I can listen to other signs' readings on the internet sometimes. I may go listen to a reading for a Sagittarius or a fire sign. Maybe it's somebody I'm working with. And I'll listen to it and it'll be like, oh my God, this is me though. This is me more than my sign that I listened to earlier. Well, that's because I have a lot of that sign's elements in my chart and I've shape-shifted. I call it shape-shifting, but it's the shamanic version of shape-shifting. It has nothing to do with your actual physical body, but your consciousness shape-shifts into these other zodiac frequencies. Twin flames are able to do these things. They're very multidimensional. Being a multidimensional being means that you would be like that. You would be in tune with all the elements. and able to align with the ones that best suit you very naturally. All right, so that's my guidance to help you a little bit if you're listening to my elements. So we're going to start with the angel oracle and start looking at these fire signs. I go from left to right. Left is divine masculine, right is divine feminine. Everything down the middle is what's joining them, what's aligning them, and how they're mirroring, how they're relating, what they're both commonly, what they're having in common in the experience in the moment. And then from top to bottom, it's from the high hopes, dreams, higher self, all the way down to root chakra, groundedness, the stability and structure of it all, the structure of the union. And in the center, we look at the heart-based energies, what's going on with them personally, each of them individually. So this is kind of how I tend to do the elemental reports lately. Fire signs, here we go. I usually let the angels give me the cards that they want to give me. But nothing's flipping out, so we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to pull. No, not that way. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Very nice. I just want to see if there are any more messages from this deck of cards from the Angel Oracle for these fire signs. I hate when a big stack comes out. It's like I can't really work with that. Oh, there we go. Yep, there's another one. Okay. Are there any more? It showed itself a couple times too. So I feel like it's a good strategy, fire signs. Any more messages from the Angel Oracle for fire signs? I'm not feeling like there is, but I feel like that's gonna stay right there like that. Why is it being so hot in here all of a sudden? I'll take my sweater off and just wear my t-shirt because it's super hot right now. Let's go like this. Are there any more messages for fire signs from this oracle? Any more for the fire signs in this one? One more time just to check if there's any more messages that want to come out of the Angel Oracle for fire or water. For fire signs, masculine or feminine. I tend to just go, like, if the cards are flipping out, wherever they land closest to, that's where they go. Just kind of fill it out. So now we'll pull for the numerical oracle, the number oracle. See what we get for the fire signs. A balanced happy ending. It's like, ending some ego issues perhaps. Moderation, synchronicity. Any other oracle? Number oracle. Teaching and learning. Any more numerical oracle? Jeez Louise! Okay. Here's what we got. I can't believe my cat is like so weird what he's doing laying like this. It's like I can't move my chair or nothing. It's so crazy. All right. That feels good. I feel like that's all. All right. Effort, physical activity, moderation and synchronicity, teaching and learning, happy ending and pride. It looks like fire signs are experiencing recalibration and mastery, making some choices, creative choices, without interference from others. And this has to do with the door to personal healing and happiness. And that could be happening with both divine masculine, feminine fire signs. Masculine is more in this leadership energy, the sacred heart, home, and focused on his feminine. He may be receiving moderate communication and signs. He could be focused a lot on exercise. These are ends, new beginnings, and higher learning. Masculine, fire signs, you're like the phoenix rising right now of your own ashes. You could be very sensitive and enlightened and very intuitive right now. Very intuitive. And you could also be receiving intuitive messages from your divine feminine, lots of synchronistic messages, or a moderate amount of synchronistic messages. And there's a moderate degree of victory going on here. It has to do with creative choice. So it has to do with your union, but it also has to do with what you find most enjoyable, what you're most passionate about. Maybe you're passionate about exercise and putting forth effort into your union, being more moderate, noticing some synchronicities, looking at ego pride and mastering that ego pride, using your ego to your advantage when I see it this way, because it came with this happy ending and it came with this teaching and learning. So it's very good. It's the positive use of your ego because you're very creative and following your passions. So both divine masculine, feminine fire signs are feeling very intuitive and creative and following their passions. The masculine especially could be having like a soul, like a rising from his own ashes. So he may have just experienced a death and rebirth cycle, which likely is ending. It's ended. It has ended. Okay. And it might have been a small death and rebirth, a mini dark night of the soul period, perhaps for a final clearing, for a final release, so that you can tap into this healing and happiness that's available to you. Feminines are seeking a lot of support and comfort. You may find music very comforting and find that you're receiving from Holy Spirit, higher self, or your divine masculine through music. And you also may find a lot of healing through music. If you are geared towards music, you sing, you dance, you write, you any of that. Look at strategies. Do you have a contract with music? There's strategy and contract on the feminine side. A strategic contract that has to do with music and comfort. It could be healing music, music that you do with other females or a sister. Or maybe a harmony that you experience together. But it has to do with contract. So it could have to do with love. It could have to do with your passion, right? Creative passion, music strategy. See the tree in the background here? It's a tree of life, and it's a barren tree. It's going through its change and its cycle. And then between the two sisters, the two females, the two divine feminines here, there's a bond happening. It's a heart bond. So maybe making music that helps create a bond. Maybe it's music that has to do with your union. Maybe you and your masculine make music. And maybe you're redoing your contract with your masculine. Maybe. But it looks like this has to do, it has to do with music. I need to know more on this. I feel like I need a little clarity on the feminine side. It's not too obscure on the masculine side. Maybe you teach about music, or you are using music as a teaching point or a tool. Moderate efforts and physical activity. No, I don't see a change card though. I'm seeing symmetry here. Symmetry. Symmetrical. Dance. Someone may be into dance. Tony Awards. Tony Awards, or getting toned, or toning your voice. This could be throat chakra activation for the feminine. This could be throat chakra activation. Maybe for some. I give it a thumbs up. Thank you, baby. You're welcome. Comforting music, strategy, and contract. Yeah, physical activity. This is about dance. I feel like there's a... My daughter needs me to show you something she's making. She's been working on this. That was our school. Yeah. On Christmas holiday. Yeah. Thank you, sweetie. Let me finish talking. Don't interrupt people. It's hard to do this when you get interrupted. because I forget. I feel like I am doing this report, and the people that are going to listen to this are twin flames that have to do with music and dance, perhaps. Teaching, learning, physical activity, lack of pride, very moderate, lots of effort, physical activity, lots of creative choices. You're being protected from any interference in those choices. You're making those choices yourself. Both divine masculine and feminine are making their own choices. They're in an aura of teaching, an aura of learning. Mild teaching and learning, mild. It's not like, like you've enrolled in school perhaps, but learning to follow your creative choices, teaching others to follow their creative passions. You could be a dance teacher or singer. And it could be anything that is close to that as well. Anything that is close to that. Say what you need, please.
It's a pen like I saw on you.
This is all I have.
No, it's a pen like you have on your blue t-shirt.
Oh, I only had one. Please don't interrupt. I just asked you 3 times not to interrupt. I'm not going to ask again. Okay. I feel like the masculine is learning from the feminine. The fire sign masculine is learning from the feminine. And there's a divine symmetry going on between divine masculine and feminine fire energies right now. Both of you are very open-minded. I feel like you're going in your higher selves and you're working on your contract, your universal contract together, right? Your bond. The nature of your union, the thing, it's very harmonious too. There's lots of harmony. You're being protected and guided. You're being given creative energies and choices. Masculine has the leadership card, so he's probably the one with the most manifestation energy right now. He's taking the lead on the intuition and the manifestation, while the feminine is taking the lead on creativity, bonding, and compassion, friendship, camaraderie. This is really a friendship card. And it could be the divine masculine feminine energies of the fire sign. Fire signs tend to be very good friends too. They tend to be very supportive friends who offer you a lot of inspiration, compassion. So feminine fire signs might be in their elements right now. And that's why we see harmony. Look at your universal contract, your purpose, and this could also, feminine fire signs, this could possibly relate to like legal stuff going on in your life. If so, it's something that's already happened that you're settling now at this particular time. Could be courts, it could be divorce, because there's strategy. You might be talking to lawyers. We got red and blue energies here. This could be about your rights as an artist or a musician. It could be about music might be advice for you right now and maybe has little to do with it, but somehow music is, you find music inspirational and helpful. I feel like just whoever's listening to this is going to know why music is speaking about this, if it's illegal or divorce, or I don't see it having to do with children, but it could maybe. But I feel like it's divorce for some, separation, moving out, endings. They're small. It could be, these are mini changes. These aren't big drastic changes, but they're changes and they're important, and they do offer you a lot of freedom through the choices that you're making, especially the masculine. Masculine energy is able to open up a lot of freeing up a lot of energy through his own creative abilities. That's the kind of leader he is right now. He's helping free up more energy. He has released whatever it was he was working on in his dark night of the soul. He's released it, and he's now more open. Both of them are very much open, and they're able to make changes in their contract, look at strategies. Me and my masculine just did that, just sharing this, and we did agree, for the sake of our union, for the sake of the highest best good, it was looked at, what are our options, what can we do. We did all of this in the higher self, in the higher spiritual realm, so somewhere in astral dreamland, or with the help and guidance of the angels, and through our faith and our connection, we are readjusting our contract. So I get what this is saying here. This may be going on with a lot of twins, is that you're just renewing the contract or re-examining the contract. You might be making, I don't see change. I feel like you're just both becoming more aware of the contract, or you just did that during the dark mini night thing. You redid something. So fire sign masculines are strong, powerful, emerging energy right now. Very strong, very leadership type of energy. This is helping on a lot of levels. This is even helping intuitively for the rest of the collective. I can see that here. And feminine, you're a beautiful friend. Female, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leos, you are very good friends to other people. You're someone that people look to for comfort, for consoling, for a caring connection, a like-minded connection. So, it could be about your friendships, it could be about your union, it could be about relationships, it could be about your bond to music and how you and music go hand in hand. You could be really enjoying your connection to music right now, thinking of doing something new with that connection, with that ability, discovering it, working on something. Whatever you're doing, it looks very good. And your masculine energy is going to help you manifest that. The doors are open. So let your ideas fly. Let your energies fly. Make creative choices. Don't make them based on others. And look to your union for inspiration. Tap into your masculine energies for manifestation. And if there's anything that you're doing that you need to be more moderate about, it's a good time to just look at that and do it. End any bad habits. Pick up on your exercise and physical activities, guys. And other than that, looks really good. Looks really good. You could be learning and teaching about music or exercise or physical activity or something like that. I feel like masculine's a good teacher right now, and feminine's in a good place to learn from the masculine, or vice versa. You're able to guide each other right now whilst manifesting. So this is also just a good time to get in touch with those water energies, Lumerian type of energies. Write down your dreams, pay attention to your dreams. get advice from a friend. Share your dreams with a friend, or your experiences with a friend, or your musical ideas with a friend. If there are any changes that need to be made in your union. So yeah, me and my masculine, for the highest best good of our union and for the others in our collective, we've agreed not to hear messages from one another through esoteric tools or people using esoteric tools, such as the standard tarot, or pretty much just the standard tarot. And that is not because, please don't take that wrong, guys. This is just what we decided to do. It doesn't mean you have to do it too. But we're doing that because it got too confusing. We were being bombarded. We were just being bombarded with those messages constantly, both of us. Even the angels were telling me my masculine was having this experience too. Too many psychic healers or something. Like I don't want to go all into it right now because that's not what the reading's about, but I'm just saying that's something we did in our union. We agreed, and we went into our higher selves to agree on it too, and we pulled in some angelic frequencies that we will hear from each other through music, through synchronicities, through numbers, through our totems, through our dreams, and our telepathic abilities, but not through the use of 3D tools, unless they be my tools that I'm using, or something that involves the Reiki frequencies or the angelic frequencies outside of that esoteric, the esoteric tools and symbols, because of a lot of reasons. If you're curious about why, I can explain why, but it really has to do a lot with our union and how I've agreed to help people who may have been affected negatively by some of those esoteric symbols, and maybe you're not one of those people, so it doesn't apply to you. But for us, it did. For our particular situation, it did. So that was something we did, and that might be what you're looking at in your union. Have you and your union agreed, you and your masculine, to do some music together, or to hear from each other through music? Are you helping each other with music and bonding? Possibly. So the contract and the strategy is all on the feminine side, but the masculine's intuitive, and he's the one with the manifestation energy. So yeah, I feel like that's what you're doing. You're being strategic about your union. Masculine's being a leader, feminine's being compassionate and kind, and tapping into those energies, and it's all coming together very beautifully. It's bringing a lot of energy to the union, a lot more energy. You may feel more energized than usual. You may feel like doing more. See, a lot of that energy is coming in here. Look at that. Moderation, effort. You may feel moderately better than you did before, slightly better than you did before, more creative. Maybe you feel like redoing your whole room, your whole house, your office, cleaning out your car. Like you're just maybe like in that kind of mood, and this is really helping you a lot. This is very good. This is going to help prevent any interference because you'll be clearing your sphere and you'll be releasing chi energy. Ta-da! I feel like I see you guys just like cleaning up, freshening up your house, opening up your windows, listening to music, dancing around, cleaning, organizing, throwing things away, hearing from each other, just in a really good place. Both these fire sign energies, divine masculine, feminine, it's staying in a really good place. Really good. Take advantage of this energy. This is like Jophiel energy. Camiel, a little bit of Camiel, Jophiel. These are the angels that I see here coming up that I'm reminded of. And let's see. Who else do we have here? Ariel energies. She didn't come out in the reading, but these are Ariel. These are like rainbow diamond code frequencies, might be part of the package here. See lots of red and blue, so that's really powerful. That's the strongest energies, and I see that going on in the center of the reading a lot. So there might be some heart chakra activation that just happened or soon will be happening. You may have a bond with a feminine that's helping strengthen things and prevent interference. You may have a friend that's consoling you, or a mother, or an aunt, or I don't know, something like that. Masculine has just got a lot of help from feminine energy right now. As long as you don't let pride get in the way, and it doesn't look like anyone is, you will get all the lessons and integration you're supposed to get right now. You will have a happy ending, or you already are experiencing some sort of happy ending, and it has to do with creative choices, creativity, music, and leadership. And it might have to do with some legal things, maybe. You might be looking at the legal issues of a current project that you're working on that has to do with music or creativity. Could be that too. And that's probably the feminine. Or both your feminine energy and your masculine energy are at work on this, okay? Within yourself or within your union with your divine partner. But it looks great because this door to personal healing and happiness is open with less interference and more passion. More physical activity is happening. If you've been waiting for things to happen in the physical, this is good. They're happening. Okay? They're happening. Hope that's music. All right, so that's all I got for you. Check out the details. Come back and see us. Much love and light to you. Take care of yourself.